Yo, it's official. Like a referee with a whistle. So like and share this episode. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been on here. You know, a lot of weirdo stuff being said online. People online. You got people online today, man. They say anything today. Say anything. Some of these people that be saying some of this stuff, I'd be like, yo, look, some of these people are not. Some of these people are working for somebody else, if you know what I mean. They're not just doing this or saying this just to be saying it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you got people that just say anything. Not just it's not just for clicks. It's more to it than that. And every so often they'll change and say something else. Then they'll tell you to do something that they're not even doing. They might have switched up, start doing something else. Like for example, they'll tell you should move to Colombia. You should move to Thailand. But they're not there no more. They left. Why are you telling me to do something that you're not doing? A lot of these people are hypocrites online today. Wasn't always like that, but that's how it is today. A lot of people are hypocrites online. They'll say and do anything. That's why I say a lot of these people online, they're working for some type of agency or something like that. Some of the stuff they say, I'll be like, huh? Are you crazy? What fool is going to believe that? Is going to follow that advice? I'm not. I know better though, because I've traveled. I've been to a lot of these places that they talk about, so I know better. But the average cat online is probably watching them that hasn't traveled. They don't know no better. They don't know that this person is being a fraud. You know. Now you got a lot of ever since Trump got into the office, what, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I would say. Ever since Trump got in office, a lot of things have been changing. A lot of these people are getting deported, and you got a lot of Latin women online talking about what, how come we don't fight for them? You know, where y'all at? And, where, look at all the stuff we done for y'all. We looked out for y'all. Now, a lot of people will kind of take that like, what the hell? What the hell? These girls, what they talking about when they say they looked out for us, or they fought for us, or they had our back? It doesn't sound like what it means. You be like, because if you really just take what they say on the surface level, now you got hundreds of women, Latin women online, saying stuff like, Hey, where y'all at? We supposed to be with this. We supposed to be together. How come y'all don't help us? It's hundreds of videos floating around online talking this type of language. Now, if you go back in history, you just look for some type of evidence like, what the hell is this woman talking about? You can't find nothing. Like, what have the Latin women actually done? Or Latin people, Latinos, what have they really done? You won't be able to find anything written down. You won't, right? That's on the surface level. It's no black and white text. Anything you can find where they helped us out, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. It's no. First off, you got to realize that a lot of these people, they don't fight for anything. That's the first thing you have to always remember. We're the only people left on the planet that fight for anything or fight against anything. When I say fight against, I'm talking about fighting against, you can call it what you want to call it, fighting against the powers that be or the people in control, or you fight for your rights, or you fight for anything. You fight for wherever you have to get an attorney, whatever fighting means to you. We're the only people left that's doing it. These other groups of people are not doing it. They're not doing it where they came from, and they're certainly not doing it over here. As a matter of fact, most of these people, they believe in running. If things get too tough where they from, they skeet and skedaddle. They getting the hell up out of there as soon as they get a chance. That's their natural reaction. It seems like our natural reaction is to fight for hours. That's just who we are. That's why if whenever things change over here in North America, it's usually something that we done or somebody within our families done, or our grandparents done, or great grandparents done, or veterans done. See, that's usually how it go. If you really look at the history, since this North America USA has come together. But it ain't no foreigners in there, in that group. You ain't gonna have nobody in that group is gonna be fighting for anything or have not fought for anything. So you gotta always keep that in mind. So let's say you get with a girl that's from, you pick any country, I don't care. And let's say y'all been together and shit go left, and you tell her, hey, you might have to fight for that shit. Maybe something happened at the job. You might tell her you have to fight for it. Man, she might look at you kind of strange, like, what? Man, it ain't worth it. I don't know. You know, she's very passive when it comes to that. It's like, she don't want to speak out at the job, or even if she's getting mistreated. They kind of very relaxed when it comes to speaking up or stepping out or fighting for what's been done to them, being mistreated. They're like, I don't know. You know, this is common. This is common with these women. You know, they have a weird way of kind of just forgetting about it and just move on. They just accept the bad treatment. It's a weird thing. It's hard to explain. It's at least hard for me to explain, you know, because it's hard for me to wrap my mind around me getting mistreated and not doing anything about it. I can't see myself being slapped around and beat up and mistreated, and I'm gonna just tolerate that. I can't wrap my mind around that. That's very coward. That's a very coward way of being. But these other groups, no, to them that's normal. That's their demeanor in most cases. That's how they operate in most cases. Like I give you another example, and this is a common one too. You might have a girl, you had a baby with a girl, you had kids with a girl, and they go, you send them off and they go to school, and the kids come home and be like talking about, hey man, that boy, that girl's picking on me. They punched me. Or the teacher's done something, mistreated or said something that they didn't like, right? So the kids will come home and tell the parents what happened. You know what the parents is gonna say in most cases? Oh, come on. You're just being lazy. It didn't happen, like it's not that bad. Those parents will justify why the kids was mistreated in most cases. And you know why? Because the parents don't want to do anything. See, the parents don't want to have to call the school and talk to the principal and have to face the teacher. Oh, that terrifies them. Oh man. That terrifies these girls that have these kids. They don't want to go down there and talk to no damn principal or no teacher. Yeah, if you didn't know better, you would think that the damn parents is on the damn teacher's side. You'd be like, now, if you're married or have kids with a woman like that, you're gonna have to go down to that school because your woman, she ain't gonna do it, or at least the woman you have kids for, she don't care about them kids. She's a coward. She's being a coward. She's setting the kids up for failure. And the kids will pick up on that after a while, because it's like if the kids keep getting bullied on and picked on by the teacher and the students, after a couple years, the kids gonna be like, well, damn, they're gonna stop talking. Every time I come home, they tell my mom something, she don't do shit. So I just tell my dad about it, and he'll go down there and take care of it. This is quite common. This is not like a one-off, every once in a while type thing. This is quite common with a lot of these other groups of women. You know, you can have a conversation with them, with a lot of them. They'll tell you, I don't want to fight. 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 So this is the mentality that you're dealing with. So when you hear they speak online, you shouldn't be surprised. This is the mentality. It's like, don't fight, flee. Don't fight, run. You know, don't stand up for yourself, submit. It's just the mentality that, you know, and I've met a lot of these. I met every type of woman from every type of group you could think of at this point. You know, yeah. So it's like it ain't no type of woman you can't tell me that I haven't met. I met them all. You know, from the street girl on the street corner to the girl in the ivory tower. I met them all. You know, and it doesn't matter what language you speak. It doesn't matter. You know, it don't really matter. So you got these Latin women will say, hey man, we looked out for y'all, whatever. How come? Where are you? Where's the black woman? Where's the black man? What that really means is this. You have a lot of these women that, they have this weird dynamic. It's like if they lay up with us, they feel like they're doing us a favor. It's a weird dynamic that play out with a lot of these women. And I ran into it. If you've been around these other groups of women, you're going to run into that. They have this weird dynamic. If they lay up with you, that's kind of like she's doing you a favor. She's looking out for you because she doesn't have to do this. She could easily find another Latino and lay up with him on this particular night, but she's with you. So that should mean something to you. It's a weird thing that play out, So whenever you hear, when you see these women online talking that talk about, yeah, we've been there for you. We looked out for you and you're not looking out for us. That's what that's kind of what they talk, what they saying. They don't want to come out and say what they really mean, but that's kind of what they talking about. They act like, because see, they act like the cooch. They're trying to put leverage on the cooch. And my response to that is this. It's nothing special about your cooch. It's that's not something that I don't stay awake at night thinking about that. It's something special about a person that just happened to have good cooch. That's another thing. But just because you got some good cooch and you just happen to give me some, that don't make you special. See, these other groups of women, they think like, see, a lot of them lead with the cooch because they're trying to trap you. And every guy has run into this too. At some point, you're going to meet some woman and, she's going to lead with the cooch because she's trying to trap you. She's trying to suck you in. Right? Because she knows that she don't really have nothing to offer. So she has to trap you as fast as possible. She has to get in and get out as fast as possible because she don't really have nothing to offer. So the faster she can get in and get out and get what she can get out of you, the better. Because she knows as soon as you figure out who she really is, you ain't gonna be talking to her no more. She don't have the confidence in herself, don't know who she are, probably don't have anything of value to bring to the table. So she got to trick you. She has to, run some type of scam or try to manipulate you. So that's where a lot of these women are coming from. That's the mentality that they're coming from when they say, we looked out for y'all. Where y'all at? Why y'all don't fight with us? That's where they're coming from with it. Now, and a lot of these women have laid up with other women. They laid up with men and the women today. So just because a woman is saying something like, where the black women at? We looked out for y'all. Y'all ain't looking out for us. Some of these women have laid up with black women too. Some of them have laid up with black women too. They have. Now, here's another thing that see, when they say black woman, they kind of throw all the black women in the basket together. They don't separate whether she's from a foreign woman or a black American woman, or they don't do that. They just put everybody all in the same basket. You know, that's how they think. So whenever you hear these women start talking, they think because you got to think about where they come from. They from scam countries, where it's like it ain't nothing really straight up where they coming from. Everything is a scam, or you got people ripping people off. You got all kinds of criminal activity going on in these other countries, man. Now, there's criminal activity going in North America as well. But the difference is we don't co-sign it. Most people don't. We don't say it's okay. We don't make it normal. The government don't co-sign prostitution or trafficking. And these other countries, they do. They don't care. You know, you got people from these other countries, man. They'll sell anything. They'll sell the kids. They'll sell the daughter. They'll sell the son. They'll sell anything. You got people that a lot of these people are opportunists, man. You can't trust nobody that will leave their homeland and leave everything behind. You be like, what? They'll leave everything behind. They'll leave the house, the family, the kids. They'll leave everything behind and jump the border and come to America and start a whole new life over here with a new man and have a new set of kids. You can't trust nobody that'll do anything like that. If you get to know them, you be like, hey, where you from? Oh, I'm from Guatemala or something like that, right? And you be like, why'd you come to North America? I just came, you know, just for work, just start a new job, or it's always something like that or whatever, right? Now, if you ask them, hey, well, how was it where you from? How you were living? They'd be like, oh, you know, I had my family was there. They had a house and everything, you know, they had kids or whatever. So I said, oh, you came here by yourself? Yeah, my kids are back home. We're like, what? I said, what about the house back home? Yeah. I said, who's staying in the house? Oh, my family's there. Or sometimes it might not be nobody in there. So it's that mentality. You can't trust nobody that roll like that. They just they're opportunists, man. It's like, this is common. This ain't like a one-off or just every once in a while you meet somebody like this. No, this is common when it comes to a lot of these men and women. Man, oh, damn near all these damn countries that get down like this. It's like you got people that you might see on TV. They might be getting some attention from the media. They're protesting with foreign flags where they came from. And they're complaining about how they don't want to go back. I'm like, hey, that's where you're from. You say you love your country, but you don't want to go back. You can't trust nobody like that. How in the hell you complaining about not going back where you came from? That's like me complaining about not going back to South Carolina where I came from. I ain't got no problem with going back home. I go home all the time. I ain't got no problem with it. that's crazy to me. And you have a conversation with these people, and you be looking at them like they're crazy. Like, I can't believe she's saying this shit. She's acting like this is cool. Like she just ran from home where she came from. And not only that, she's talking mad shit about her homeland and her people. Come on, man. And if you're a guy that's taking any woman like this serious, boy, you're asking for a recipe for disaster. Because if she won't fight for her own family and where she came from, she ain't gonna fight for you. She gonna run as soon as y'all get in an argument or when shit go left. Because look, life happens. It ain't no straight line. Shit go up and down. It ain't no perfect situation or no perfect life. Things happen. Kids get sick. You might get sick. She might get sick. The money might get low. Something might happen. Somebody might steal your identity. Things happen. As soon as y'all start having problems, things get a little rocky. Some people's natural response is, hey, how are we going to solve? What are we going to do to solve this problem, right? That's mine. These other groups of people, man, they looking the exit. Where the hell I find the exit at? How I get up out of this? It might be something simple, some minor type of problem to you, but to her, she's looking, hey man, she's looking to get up out of there. So if they don't fight for you, they don't fight for themselves, they ain't gonna fight for you. That's just what it is. If she left her family back at home to be with you, what you think she's gonna do to you? You think you're gonna live happily ever after with her? It's not gonna happen. I don't care how she looks. It ain't gonna happen. So that's the mentality that a lot of these women have. Everything is a scam or ripping off, or it's like ain't nothing straight up in these countries, man, where they came from. Telling lies is normal. Telling lies is normal where they came from. Telling lies is normal in their culture. Nobody calls them out in their culture. If they can be telling a blatant lie, nobody's gonna say, "Oh, you're a liar." No, they're not gonna say that. They'll be quiet. And the only person that's gonna believe what she says is you. And everybody else around her knows she's a liar, but they ain't gonna say nothing. But over here, at least where I'm from, we don't do that shit. You're not gonna be sitting around lying to this. You're gonna be bringing this person around and lying, and we have to sit around and get us involved in the lie. That's not gonna happen. Not around my people. That's not gonna happen. And it's all about, and a lot of these other women, they're very sexual too. That's another thing. Don't fall for the don't let sex be the main thing in the relationship. That's all I'm saying. Sex can't be the main thing in the relationship. I look at it like sex is like icing on the cake. Sex can't be the main thing in the relationship. That's a part of it, But see, a lot of these women use sex as a weapon. They weaponize sex. They try to get you all sprung and you ain't thinking straight, and they want to keep you in la la land. And while you in la la land, living in that fairy tale world, they want to be able to dictate you what they want to, doing stuff behind your back and saying and doing stuff, baiting and switch. Because see, when you're in la la land, you ain't thinking straight. You let a lot of things. You might let some stuff slide. You might let a lot of things slide. And by the time you get out of la la land, y'all got what? One, maybe two kids, might be married. And now she wants a divorce. Because she was scamming, she was running a scam from the get-go. But you wasn't in the right state of mind because you put sex, that sex was the main thing. Y'all never had a foundation. Because see, when she came around you, she knows she ain't really had the swag and the confidence like that in the first place. She really couldn't add no value. So, and she knew this, so she looked at it like, okay, I got to scam and manipulate him because once he find out that I used to turn tricks back in the day, or I was a cold-blooded, dirty whore back in the day, and I really don't have anything of value, he gonna be gone. Because if you go back home with her, one of her family members or her somebody around her, more than likely, they're gonna whisper in your ear and say something. And then you're gonna find out who she's hanging around, and you're like, damn, all her friends is hoes. Damn. But that's who you got married to because you was in la la land. You weren't paying attention. You was all between her legs. He was all between her legs, and boy, that thing was good too, boy, wasn't it? It's always good in the beginning, especially. I mean, it's good. It can be good after a couple of years. It can still be good, but especially in the beginning. In the beginning of any relationship, boy, it's always good. Oh, y'all be doing it all the time, boy. You be like, God damn, boy. Woo-wee. It's always good in the beginning. A couple years go by, it's still good, but it's different. Because, people change. Everybody changes, men and women. You're supposed to. You're not supposed to be the same. If you're the same at 35 as you was 25, well, something's wrong with that. You should evolve. You should get better, not worse. So when people say, man, she changed, well, sometimes that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing all the time. You should change too. There's not wrong with changing as long as you change for the better. There's not wrong with that at all. But a lot of these women, they change for the worse. You be like, God damn. Oof. But by the time this happens, she on her way out. Because see, she didn't plan on being around for long term anyway. She didn't plan on being around you until death do us part. No, she planned on you were just a stepping stone. A stool. My dad used to say a stool pigeon. My dad used to say he was just a stool pigeon. She didn't plan on being around you for 10, 20, 30. No, she didn't plan on being around. She planned on being around you, what, 5 years tops, if that. Because, she's coming from, I don't know, Mexico or some war-torn country, she don't have nothing to lose by being with you. Any guy she gets with is going to be a plus. So she don't have nothing to lose, regardless of your status, because regardless of your status and how you make a living, you're doing better than the guys compared to where she came from, because compared to where she came from, she couldn't get none of them dudes. And if she could get any of them dudes, she would have never left her homeland. So that's just how the math usually stack up. If she was that good, as some of them like to think, well, you would have never left your homeland if you was that good. If you were the shit in your homeland, if you were the shit over here, you'd be the shit in your homeland too. It doesn't matter your location. You are who you are. You the shit everywhere you go. It doesn't matter. I am wherever I go. I am who I am. But see, a lot of these women think that, they'll to justify their mediocrity, they'll say, "Oh, the guys are this, the guys are that." No, those are the guys that you attract. That's all. Because you're a basic bitch. You're a jag. Just another gal. Just another girl. A jag. But to justify her mediocrity, she'll blame it on the guys or blame it on her bad experiences she's had with guys. But if you go back and look at the guys she's been with, well, that's the guys you've been with are jags too. He's just another guy. So I said, hey, y'all a match made in heaven. Y'all jags. You and them. Well, it works out just fine. But she doesn't see it that way because a lot of these women think that they deserve better because of the cooch. And this goes back to what I said earlier. They put weight on the cooch. See, the cooch means that, hey, I looked out for you. Why are you not fighting for us? So if she give you the cooch, and if she somehow need a favor, it doesn't matter how long it's been either. She might have slept with you 5, 10 years ago or 20 years ago. If she calls you and she need a favor, she thinks that you should be obligated to help her out. But it don't work that way for me. No. There's nothing special about your cooch at all. Now, what is special is the person. And if she happen to have good cooch, well, so be it. But just because you have a cooch, that doesn't make you special. And see, a lot of these women are opportunists. They lead with the cooch because once you get past the cooch, it ain't really nothing there. It's kind of empty inside there. They don't really it ain't too much. It ain't really too much a lot of them can bring to you that's valuable, that you can build with. So let's keep that in mind whenever you hear these women talk that talk on the internet when it comes to these Latin women. And the dudes too. They kind of got a one-track mind. A lot of these people think alike. Yeah. So hey, I'm gonna put the link in here. And if anyone wants to chat and say anything, you can. Otherwise, I'm gone. I didn't really plan on being on here too long. It hit the hit the Cash App as well. And otherwise, I'm gonna be up out of here. You know, I got things. I got something to do. I didn't plan on being on here that long. You know. But, you know, you just got to be careful out here, you know, especially online. People are just saying anything online now. Anything. You know, some of these people are ops. They work for these agencies. That's why they say what they say. You know, that's why they stay up late at night too. They stay up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning to get on somebody's Twitter feed or when they go live, or I'm not staying up 2 or 3 in the morning just so I can go live and observe somebody else going live. Hell no. Ain't that much hate in the world. Those people. Let me tell you something. If you got a Twitter X account and you go live, or a YouTube account and you go live at 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and there's people on there and you have trolls and haters, those people are ops. Ain't that much hate in the world. I ain't getting out of my bed the hate on nobody. Them ops. So just keep that in mind. You know, ain't that much hate in the world. At 2, 3 in the morning, I ain't getting on nobody's Twitter feed or YouTube feed. Hell no. I'm being in my bed sleep. That's what I'm be doing. If I ain't doing the talking, I ain't gonna be on nobody's feed. And a lot of these people are ops, trolls, and work with law enforcement. You know, even a lot of these Latin women that's talking, a lot of them work for law enforcement too. You know, and I'm not the only person to know this. This is not, you know, it doesn't take a genius to figure this out. Ain't that much hate in the world. You know, I mean, because I look at it like, in order to take time, especially if you live in another country, you take time to stay up late to say and hate on somebody and be negative. Either you have to be miserable or be getting paid. It's either or. And it ain't that much misery in the world. Even a miserable person ain't gonna stay up at 2, 3 in the morning to say something negative about somebody. You got to be getting paid to do something like that. You know, real life just don't work like that. Yeah. But hey, like, share this episode. Don't forget to hit the Cash App. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight, but then I saw the sky and that I like. Here from Cali, I live in the valley, then you look sexy.